Welcome. I'm glad you stopped by for a moment. I'm Anita with beandesigns.com. I'm here with a short video in the Digital Scrapbooking Using GIMP Skills series. In this video, we're going to discuss how to create a shape, cut it from a digital paper, and add dimension to make a piece of chipboard for use on a scrapbook page. So let's take a look at where we're going. Here is a scrapbook page showing our chipboard parentheses, open and close parentheses. So we're going to start with a new image with a piece of digital paper. I will leave information regarding the digital kit in the description box of the video. Let's go ahead and duplicate this piece of paper because we're going to create an open parentheses and a closed parentheses. So I'm going to make the bottom layer active. I'm going to click on my text tool. Does not matter what color this is because we're using this as a template. It'll be hidden. Then I'm going to choose my text and I'm going to use Arial Heavy. So let's find Arial Heavy and I'm going to put it at 2500 pixels. Make a note that I am creating scrapbook page, a 12-inch by 12-inch at 300 pixels per inch because I print my pages. So my image is 3600 by 3600 and that's part of why I need it to be 2500 when I create my image here, my text, my parentheses. So I typed in my parentheses. So let's get my move tool and I'm going to pull it here. Then we'll make this layer active and type, we're going to do again, text tool, Arial Heavy 2500, and we are going to type a close parentheses, get our move tool and pull it into a somewhat placement. Let's make the paper directly below the close parentheses active. I'm going to right click and add an alpha channel to that paper. Move back to our close parentheses. I'm going to right click and I'm going to say alpha to selection. So we now have selected the close parentheses. I'll make my paper layer active. I'm going to select and invert to select everything except for the parentheses. So we're going to cut away the paper outside the parentheses and push delete on my keyboard. You could do Control X. You can go to edit, cut, any of those options. So I have deleted that portion from this layer. I'm going to hide the close parentheses text and I'm going to hide the bottom layer so you can see. There you go. Um, let's do this for the left parentheses as well. So let me make the paper below the open parentheses active. Right click, add alpha channel. I'm going to alpha to selection on the open parentheses. I'm going to select invert. I'm going to make the paper active. I'm going to cut away by pushing the delete key and now I have cut away the remainder part. Let's hide the open parentheses. Now we have both our open and closed parentheses and we can maneuver them into whatever location we want. What you see on the back is the black background, so I'll just hide that. So now how about I zoom in so we can have a little bit of a look at what we're going to do now. So let's make our open parentheses with the paper, the active layer. I'm going to right click and we're going to once again alpha to selection to select around all of the edge of this piece of paper. We're going to duplicate this. We're going to duplicate this layer and then we're going to select feather. So we're going to create a selection around the outer edge of our parentheses to create that dimension effect. So on our feather selection, I'm going to choose 25. Then I'm going to select shrink. We're going to shrink our selection by 10. Push OK. And you can see that the marching ants moved toward the center of our selection. I'm now going to delete what is in the center that is selected. We'll delete that from the top layer, so it's gone. I'm going to add a mode to what is left. That outer edge that was left, we're going to add a mode of, we can do multiply, and that creates a very interesting effect. Let me select none, and I can show you. Let's zoom in 100%, and you can see what happened when you made it multiply. I can make the mode difference, and that's even a different look depending on how thick you want your chipboard to be. We could also, if you wanted the difference mode on here, you could adjust your opacity. Right now it's full opaque, can't see anything through it, but you could reduce it to where it's not as strong. Do your preference. Each scrapbook page might be a little bit different as to what you want it to be like. So let's walk through all of the steps once again. Let me move over to, let's do our closed parentheses. So we're going to that layer, we're going to duplicate that layer, we're going to right click, alpha to selection, we're going to go to select across the top menu, we're going to feather our selection by 25, okay. We're going to shrink our selection by 10. Watch the marching ants when I apply this. They move to the inside. I'm then going to delete that center part. What remains is a feather selected 10 pixel wide area around the edge of our object. We can add a mode to that, add a difference mode, and we can adjust the opacity to match what we want it to look like. If you want to see it without the marching ants, you just select none. So let's zoom out. There you have chipboard elements created from a digital paper. If you liked this video and it was helpful to you, you might be interested in seeing some of my other videos. So check out my channel for some tidbits on making your digital scrapbooking layouts awesome. Bye for now.